Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our 11th class of this advanced English course. Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher. Good evening.
Yes, I can.
Good evening, teacher.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Kenya. Hi, Harrison, TK, Mercedes, Katie. Okay, guys. So tonight we have a super interesting topic. We're going to talk about wishes in English. But before we begin with that, we have a lot of homework to review about comparisons with adjectives and nouns. Something pretty simple that we discussed in our previous class before the game of the WBC, World Baseball Classic, that ended for us yesterday. But it still goes for the Venezuelan people. So, with that being said, we finished the verb reviews last week. So, we are going to work with two new different lists. We're going to work with phrasal verbs and we're going to work with idiomatic expressions. So, we're going to begin with phrasal verbs. I'm just taking like a sample, just a sample, not an example, a sample, una muestra of the phrasal verbs. We have maybe, I don't know, hundreds of phrasal verbs, a lot of phrasal verbs. And idiomatic expressions, I think we have even more. Okay? What I mean by that is that we have a lot. They are a lot. Phrasal verbs and idiomatic expressions. But there's something important about them. And is that they can help you speak better. Because those expressions, especially the idiomatic expressions, they facilitate the way you express yourself. So you will find them useful. Because sometimes you don't know how to express something in English, and a short phrase does all the work. So that's how useful they are. So I took a sample of the phrasal verbs, and we are going to work with them this week and next week. I will share with you through the WhatsApp group the file, okay, the document with the list. As I just said, it's just a sample. You're going to see we have like 16, like 20. Yeah, 20. I think we have 20 or 30. 30 phrasal verbs. That is a really low amount of phrasal verbs because, as I said, Americans have a lot of phrasal verbs. So let me share with you the first 15 phrasal verbs that we are going to work with this next week. Oh my God, again, this is so slow. Okay, so here we have the phrasal verbs. We have here 4 different categories. We're going to start with the first 2 categories. Relaciones y vida social and rutina y actividades diarias. Okay, so what is a phrasal verb? A phrasal verb is a verb with a particle. The particle can be a preposition, an adverb, that when you have them together, the verb and the preposition or the adverb, the meaning of the verb changes, and sometimes, pretty frequently, it has nothing to do with the basic meaning of the verb. That is the thing with phrasal verb. So, you need to know the phrasal verb in order to know the meaning of the phrasal verb. You can't just like divide. Okay, this is hen. I know the meaning of this. I know the meaning of out, or I know the meaning of hang out. No, 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 no. You need to know the expression hang out. It means something. Okay? So, the first phrasal verbs that you are going to work on are this. You have to memorize them. So, here you have get along, hang out, bump into, catch up, break up, look forward to, let someone down, and make up. Here you have the meaning of those phrasal verbs in Spanish. The meaning of those phrasal verbs, okay? And we have the second list. Wake up, get up, put on, take off, clean up, turn on, turn off, pick up, look after. Again, here you have the meaning in Spanish of those phrasal verbs. So, in your next phrasal verb review that you have on the platform, you are going to work with only these ones. Okay? I'm going to put them in red. Okay? You are going to work with get along, hang out, bump into, catch up, break up, look forward to, let someone down, make up, wake up, get up, put on, take off, clean up, turn on, turn off, pick up, look after. Okay, only with this one. We will work with this side in our next class. But for now, for this week, we're going to work only with these. Okay? I will send you again the file. So, what you are going to find in the phrasal verbs review? Two things. The first one, you will find exercises that ask you to choose the meaning of the phrasal verb in Spanish. Easy, right? The meaning of that phrasal verb in Spanish. But also, number two, you are going to find exercises in English that ask you to use or to choose from 3 different phrasal verbs which one fits best in that sentence. Number one, you have to choose the meaning in Spanish of certain phrasal verbs. Number two, and this is pretty important, you have to choose which of those phrasal verbs in another exercise, which of those phrasal verbs fits best in a sentence. So for example, you have a sentence, you have a blank space, and you have 3 phrasal verbs. If you know the meaning of those phrasal verbs, you will know which of those fits best in the sentence. Okay? So from now on, all the phrasal verbs reviews and all the idiomatic expressions reviews are going to be built in the same way. First, the meaning of them in Spanish, that's basic. And number 2, how to use them. Where do you think they fit best? Because you need to know how to use them. You need to get acquainted with that. How can I use them? Familiarize. How can I use them? So you will start using them in your own vocabulary. Is that clear? Okay. With that being said, let's begin with tonight's class. Okay, so our first homework is this listening, okay? This listening was from, we were supposed to solve these questions on Wednesday, but due to the World Baseball Classic, we couldn't. So now we're going to catch up with this. So What was that like? Listen to an interview with Charlotte, a fashion designer. Answer the questions in complete sentences. Okay. Number one, where did she grow up? What is her hometown like? Who wants to tell me? Where did she grow up? What is her hometown like? A ver. Someone here listened to the audio? Nobody listened to the audio? Tell me, Katie.
Good evening, teacher. Good evening, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
You listened to the
Yes.
audio?
Grow up in Melbourne, Australia.
Okay. Sorry. Let me. Could you please repeat it again?
She grew up in Melbourne, Australia.
Okay, that's right. She grew up in Australia in a city called Melbourne. It's the same. Okay, she grew up in Australia in a city called Melbourne. Okay. Number two, what did she want to do when she grew up? What did she want to do when she grew up? Tell me, Katie.
A fashion designer. She wanted to be a fashion
Are
designer.
you sure that she wanted to be a fashion designer? Are you sure?
I guess.
You guess? Well, in this case, Katie, she didn't want to be a fashion designer. She wanted to be a teacher and a writer. She ended up being a fashion designer, but when she was a child, when she was a kid, she didn't want to be a fashion designer. She wanted to be a teacher or a writer. In my case, when I was a child, I wanted to be an astronaut.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Yes, that was my dream to in a rocket to get to the moon. Tell me, Mercedes, number three, what were her hobbies as a child?
Teacher, I didn't find that listening in my homework that I believe that you didn't us.
Send us. Yes, I did. I sent it.
Bueno.
Let me
Yo no lo vi, pero
let me check because I will resend it because remember that this was an audio for Wednesday and we didn't do it on Wednesday because of what you know. And here it is. This audio is inside a inside a longer audio, and you have to look for it in a specific time that I also sent. Okay, here it is. Let me resend it. Okay, there you go. You can look in your WhatsApp group. In the WhatsApp group, you can look there, resend it. In minute 8:36 is this the listening. But it's okay, don't worry. Okay, so let's continue. Who can tell me what were her hobbies as a child? Do you have it, Katie? What were her hobbies as a child?
Yes, teacher. Yes, but I'm not sure. But I'm not sure if that's correct. But I will still try. As a child, she enjoyed drawing and making clothes for her dolls.
Clothes for?
Her dolls. Her dolls.
Well, what I have.
Is that wrong? Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. The important thing is that you tried. So in her case, she used, because all these questions have answers with used to. She used to love to draw, and later she learned to paint, and she still does that. She still paint. Okay. So her hobbies was that she used to love to draw. Okay, let's continue. Number 4. What sports did she used to play? What sport did she used to play? Tell me, Katie.
I guess. She used to play tennis. She used to play tennis.
Basketball. She used to play basketball.
I guess I listened another audio. I guess that was my sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I will answer the last one. What was her favorite place? What did she used to do there? She used to go to a summer camp on a lake she loved. No, she used to go to a summer camp on a lake. She loved to do that. She got to go horseback riding almost every day. Okay, let me see. Mercedes says something, but then she deleted it. Okay, guys. Okay, so the audio is in the WhatsApp group. I resend it. We won't review this again, but you can hear it. Okay? You can hear it. At the end, what matters is that you practice. That is what matters, that you practice again. So you can hear it again, and try to write down the answers, and then you can compare your answers with my answers that are going to be recorded in tonight's class. Okay? And this video will be available on YouTube. So, okay. Let's continue. Okay, so we are introducing unit number 3. Well, we introduced unit number 3 already. So, okay. So here we have making changes. Remember, guys, here you have, and this is really important, here you have, sorry, this always happens. Please go away. Go away. Okay. Okay, so here you have different words, okay? Remember to look for the meaning of them. Remember. Let's see if some of you have done your homework, okay? Let's see. So, what is the meaning in Spanish of bright? What is the meaning in Spanish of bright? Tell me, Katie.
Light. A lot of
Yeah, you can say the meaning in Spanish. It's okay.
I can say it in Spanish.
Because
Brillante.
yes.
Brillante,
Yes.
luminoso.
Nice. Okay. So, and what is the meaning of cramped? Cramped.
Eso es como
Eso es como concurrido,
como cuando hay
como cuando hay
cramped.
cramped.
No sé cómo describirlo, profe.
No sé cómo describirlo,
Lo siento.
profe, realmente.
Okay.
Lo siento.
Let's see, Jetsina. What do you have? Cramped.
Is
Yes.
Estrecho.
Something
Como
cramped.
estrecho.
This is important because in one of the audios that we have at the end of this unit, they use the word cramped. A cramped place. As you can see here in the picture, you see the guy here? He can fit here. This is cramped. Okay, cramped. Okay, we have another word here, dingy. Dingy. What is the meaning of dingy? Tell me, Santiago, dingy.
Dingy. Oscuro, teacher.
Tell me, Santiago, I can't hear you.
Listen to me, teacher.
More or less. Could you try again? I can't hear you, Santiago.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, now I can hear
teacher.
you. Yes.
Listen to. Okay. Oscuro. Teacher. Oscuro.
Okay.
Teacher.
Dingy is sucio too, right?
Those yes. Yes.
Deteriorated, deteriorado, dingy.
Correct.
Okay. Well done.
Correct.
Let me see. Okay. What is the meaning of run down? Wow, this house is run down. Run down.
Is for me. Is for
yes,
me.
tell me, Santiago. Run down.
Okay. Deteriorado, teacher. Deteriorado, teacher.
Yes.
Run down.
Deteriorated. That's run down. Okay, guys, so it's important. Katie, do you have a question?
No, teacher, just to participate.
You want to add something? You can add something else if you want.
No, it's okay.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. So here we have new words. Okay, so cramped is a new word. Dingy is a new word. Rundown is a new word. So you need to know the meaning of those words. Okay, because in the practice that is on the platform about this topic, you're going to find a lot of exercises using those words. So it is important that you know the meaning of them. Okay, so let's continue with this. Okay, so imagine you're looking for a house or an apartment to rent. Read the two ads, then rewrite the opinions using the words in parentheses. Compare with a partner. Okay, so the first one is the house is 20 miles from downtown. We have to use the word in parentheses. In this case, is to. So I did the first one in our last class. The house is too far from downtown, right? Pretty easy. Let's continue with number 2, Santiago. It's not convenient enough with to. How can I say this in a different way, but still have the same meaning? Tell me, Santiago.
Okay, one true. It's too convenient.
In. Sería in. It's too inconvenient.
Teacher, pero but
in
question.
In question.
Yes. Second. Question. It's true. It's.
Okay.
It's too. What do you say? What meaning
Inconvenient. Instead of convenient is inconvenient. Here we have convenient, right? But we have not.
Yeah.
It says it's not convenient enough. So I need to say the same thing using too. In this case would be, it's too inconvenient. Because the idea in Spanish is, I will translate this. No es lo suficientemente conveniente. Si algo no es lo suficientemente conveniente, es porque es muy inconveniente. Okay, it's too inconvenient. So, si no es conveniente, es porque es inconveniente. Entonces, it's too inconvenient. Okay, it's too inconvenient. Okay, well done. Let's continue with number 3. It has only one bathroom. I have to use not enough. Tell me, Mercedes, not enough.
Okay. There aren't bathroom enough.
Okay. There aren't enough bathrooms. What do you think, Mercedes? There aren't enough bathrooms. Remember?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
You got it? You got it?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
When we have enough and we have a noun, enough goes before the noun. Enough bathrooms. When we have an adjective, enough goes after the adjective. Big enough. It's a simple rule, you know, but we can forget it sometimes. But it's okay. It's okay. Just a small fix. So there isn't enough bathrooms.
Teacher.
Question.
Yes.
Please.
Please.
True.
True.
Spanish.
Spanish.
Es
demasiado.
Demasiado,
¿verdad?
Se usa.
O sea, se usa.
True.
Yes, two. Yes, two.
True.
Se usa cuando es algo.
Se usa cuando es algo de lo necesario o es un
Sí, cuando hay
problema.
más de lo que...
Correct.
Cuando hay un exceso de algo o hay demasiado.
Okay.
Y
es
uno
suficiente.
es suficiente. Es cuando algo no es suficiente.
Enough solo es cuando algo es suficiente. Para yo decir que no es suficiente necesito not enough.
Okay. Ahora sí.
Okay. Pero ese not puede estar expresado de diferentes formas. Por ejemplo, aquí Mercedes lo hizo there aren't, ¿verdad? Porque estamos hablando en plural. There aren't enough bathrooms. No hay suficientes baños, ¿verdad? There aren't enough bathrooms. ¿Ok? Ahí el not está en el aren't, ¿verdad? La estoy negando. También pudo ser... it doesn't have enough bathrooms. It doesn't have enough bathrooms. Cualquiera de las dos.
Sí.
There aren't or
Yes,
it doesn't.
Yes, teacher.
Excuse me, teacher, pero la imagen.
Pero la imagen a veces como que... Déjame ver.
Okay.
Okay, Jetsina, number 4. The rent is very high.
The rent is too high.
Yes, the rent is too high. Pretty easy, that one. Number 5, the apartment is too old. Tell me, Santiago, the apartment is too old.
The apartment is
new.
Isn't new enough.
It isn't.
Okay? Isn't, right? The apartment isn't new enough, or it could be the apartment isn't modern enough. No lo suficientemente nuevo o no lo suficientemente moderno, right? Modern. Okay, let's continue.
Okay.
Number 7. It's not spacious enough. It's not spacious enough. Tell me, Jetsina. Number 7.
Number 6. 7. Okay. 7. It's too small. It's
too small. Okay, hey, we skipped number 6. Let's read number 6. There are only 2 bedrooms. Not enough. Tell me, Katie.
There are not enough bedrooms.
Okay, there are not enough bedrooms or there aren't enough bedrooms. Muy bien. There aren't or there are not. It's the same. Well done. And the last one, there's only 1 parking space. There's only 1 parking space. Tell me, Katie.
There's not enough parking space.
Okay. Okay, there's not enough parking space or simply parking. There isn't enough parking. There isn't enough parking or there isn't enough parking space. Whichever you like. Okay, well done. Easy peasy. Okay, let's continue with this. Making changes, write the opposites, use the words in the box. So convenient, the opposite is inconvenient. What is the opposite of cramped? Tell me, Santiago.
A carpet space.
A carpet
Cramped.
spacious.
Grant.
Cramped.
Grant.
Yes.
Spacious.
Yes.
And what about dangerous, Santiago? Dangerous. The
Okay.
opposite.
Okay.
Danger. Fast.
Danger. Fascist.
Safe.
Safe. Safe.
Yeah, safe.
Safe. Safe.
Okay. Thank you, Santiago. Jetsina, number 4, big. What is the opposite of big?
Small.
Small. Okay. Katie, bright. What is the opposite of bright?
Dark.
Dark. Okay. Patrice, what is the opposite of modern? Welcome back.
Old or antique.
Okay. Old. Okay. Angeli, number 7, quiet. What is the opposite of quiet?
Noise.
Okay, noisy. Yeah.
Noisy.
In this case, it's noisy. And the last one, Mercedes, what is the opposite of cheap?
Expensive.
Easy peasy. Okay, so let's continue with this one. Okay, so rewrite these sentences. Find another way to say each sentence using not, enough, or to, and the words in part A. Okay, so the house is too expensive. The house isn't cheap enough, right? Number 2, the rooms are bright enough. Tell me, Kenya, the rooms aren't bright enough. What is another way to say that?
The rooms are
The rooms are enough.
Yes, the rooms are too dark. The same thing. Okay, well done, Kenya. Patrice, the living room isn't spacious enough for the family.
And me, teacher?
Patrice. Patrice.
The living room is too spacious for the family.
Well, in this case, it would be is too small because the sentence here says that the living room isn't spacious enough, which means that it's too small. Okay? The living room is too small for the family because it's saying the same thing. Okay? Using too in this case would be too small. Okay, well done, Patrice. Santiago, number 4, the bathroom is too old.
The bathroom is too low.
The bathroom is too low. The bathroom is modern is
Okay, the
enough.
bathroom isn't modern enough. Very well. Jetsina, number 5, the yard isn't big enough for our pets.
The yard is too small for
Yes.
our pets.
Well done. Number 6, the street is too noisy for us. Tell me, Katie, the street is too noisy for us.
The street isn't quiet
The street
enough for
isn't
us.
quiet enough.
The street
for us.
isn't quiet enough for us. Muy bien. Number 7, the neighborhood is too dangerous. Tell me, Katie, the neighborhood is too dangerous.
The neighborhood isn't
The
safe
neighborhood isn't
Isn't
safe enough.
Okay, and the last one, the location isn't convenient enough. The location isn't convenient enough. Tell me, Kenya.
The location
is too inconvenient.
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 Okay. Well done, guys. So remember, the idea of these exercises is to have more than one way to learn, more than one way of saying something. And these come pretty handy when you are speaking, because sometimes we forget one way of saying it, but we could remember another way of saying it. And this has helped me a lot. Okay. And also understand when someone says something differently. Okay. Let's continue with this. So add the word enough to these sentences, sorry. So grammar not enough. Enough comes after adjectives, but before nouns. Simple rule, we have to memorize this. We have to learn this by heart. Okay, so adjective plus enough or enough plus a noun. So the tricky thing is to distinguish an adjective from a noun. If you do that, then what's next? It's pretty simple. Okay, so let's see. The number 1, the apartment isn't comfortable enough. Comfortable is an adjective. Let's continue with number 2. There aren't bedrooms. Where would you place enough? Before or after bedrooms? Remember that nouns son los sustantivos, ¿ok? Y los sustantivos son los nombres de las cosas. The name, casa, perro, habitación. Tell me, Katie, number 2.
There aren't enough.
There aren't
I will
enough
place it
bedrooms. I will place it after.
Yes,
All
there
right.
aren't enough bedrooms. Bedrooms is a noun. Okay, bedroom is a noun. Number 3, it's not modern. It's not modern. Tell me, Katie, it's not modern.
I will place it
after.
Is not enough
After
modern.
not. After
Okay.
not. Isn't enough
Modern, I guess.
modern.
Okay,
I
so
guess.
let's see this, Katie. Modern is an adjective. So in this case, modern, because it's an adjective, enough is going to be after modern. Remember, an adjective is something that describes. It's a word that describes something. How big it is, how tall it is, how beautiful it is. If you are using a word to describe something, that's an adjective. Okay, number 4, there aren't parking spaces. Tell me, Santiago.
There are parking spaces.
Enough
Yes, there
parking
aren't
spaces.
enough parking spaces. Parking is a noun. Okay, it's a place. Number 5, the neighborhood doesn't have streetlights. Tell me, Jetsina, the neighborhood doesn't have streetlights.
The neighborhood doesn't
The
have
neighborhood doesn't
street
have
lights.
enough
Yes,
streetlights.
another noun. Number 6, there aren't closets. There aren't closets. Tell me, Santiago.
They aren't enough.
They aren't
Yes,
enough
again,
closets.
closets. That is a noun. Number 7, it's not private. It's not private. Tell me, Patrice.
Private is an
Private
adjective,
is an
so it should
adjective,
be,
so
it is not private
it is
enough.
not private
Yes,
enough.
private is an adjective. So it's not private enough. And the last one, the living room isn't spacious. Tell me, Patrice, number 8.
The living room
The living
isn't
room
spacious,
isn't spacious,
an adjective,
is
so it goes
an
after
adjective, so it
spacious.
goes after
The living
spacious.
room isn't
The living room
spacious enough.
isn't
Excellent.
spacious enough.
So, guys, the key here again, the key factor is to distinguish an adjective from a noun. An adjective. And, or simpler, simple way is to get used to the way Americans use it. You know, when you hear a lot of English or you read a lot of English, you don't have to know what is a noun or an adjective to know where something goes because you have seen it before. That is the most practical way to memorize something, just to get used to the structure. Okay, number 3, this is okay, we have 2 more exercises. Complete this conversation, use the words given and the comparisons in the box. Some of the comparisons in the box can be used more than once, okay? So, Realtor, how did you like the house on 12th Street? Well, it's not as convenient as the apartment on Main Street. Okay? Realtor, that's true. The house is less convenient. Client, who wants to tell me client? But the apartment doesn't have blank space, the house, rooms. Tell me, Kenya.
Complete, teacher.
Complete.
Yeah, client,
teacher.
yes. In this case, this sentence.
But the
Apartment
apartment
does
have many rooms
as
Well
the
done, but the
house.
apartment doesn't have as many rooms as the house. Excellent. We continue with the realtor. Yes, the house is more spacious. Client again. Tell me, Joanny Frias. Client.
Clients.
Clients,
But I think there are just as many closets as in the apartment.
Okay, but I think there are just as many closets in the apartment. But I think there are just as many. Okay, I will explain that in a second. Let's continue with your right. The closet space is the same. The client again. Tell me, Santiago, the wallpaper.
Okay.
Okay.
The wallpaper in the
The
apartment
wallpaper
is
is almost
finished
was
as
finished
as the wallpaper in the house.
Okay, the wallpaper in the apartment is almost as dingy as the wallpaper in the house. Okay, let's continue. I know, but you could change the wallpaper in the house. The last one, the client.
Okay.
The rent
The
on the
rent
apartment
on the
is
apartment
almost
is almost as expensive.
yes, teacher.
Expensive.
Yes, teacher.
Expenses as the renter
Expenses
wants.
as the renter wants.
As the rent
As the
is
rent
is
is
almost
on
as
is
a spracer
almost
has.
as expensive has.
In this
Is
case,
correct.
it's not
Is correct.
almost, but as expensive as.
Yes.
Because the
Yes.
sentence says at the end, but the house is much bigger. Okay? If you read the whole conversation, you will see that they have a dilemma choosing between an apartment and a house. So they are identifying which of those options is the best option for them. And you will see here that they see many things that are the same. So at the end, the client said, I can't decide. Can you show me something else? Because the difference between the house and the apartment wasn't that much. So it was difficult to make a choice. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so let me explain something real quick here about the options that you have over there. Here, you have, remember that we used in English as to compare, right? Para comparar igualdad. She is as tall as her mother, for example. She is as tall as her mother. Ella es tan alta como su madre. As. Ahora, como as, ¿verdad? As, adjetivo as, lo utilizamos para decir que alguien es tanto como otra persona, tan alto, tan grande, tan pequeño, ¿ok? Cuando decimos not as, es porque estamos diciendo no es tan. She's not as tall as her mother. Ella no es tan alta como su madre, ¿verdad? Ahora bien, aquí vemos dos estructuras nuevas. El almost as. Ese almost me permite precisar mucho más. Casi. She's almost as tall as her mother. Ella es casi tan alta como su madre. Almost as tall. Almost. Por eso pusieron el almost. Recuerden que almost es casi. Y luego tenemos el just. Just as many. ¿Ok? Ese just tiene muchos usos en inglés, pero en este caso viene siendo, y es mucho más fácil entenderlo por uso en una estructura que por traducción. Just as many viene siendo en español como exactamente la misma cantidad. Just as many, en este caso es tenemos una estructura de contable, vamos a decir just as many rooms as. Just as many rooms as. Exactamente la misma cantidad de habitaciones como. Ok, vamos a imaginar que estamos comparando vamos a imaginar que estamos comparando la casa y el apartamento, y usted va de la casa al apartamento y ve que el apartamento tiene 3 habitaciones y que la casa tiene 3 habitaciones, pero el apartamento cuesta el doble de rentar de la casa. Y tú dices, oye, the apartment has just as many rooms as the house and it costs double. Y cuesta el doble. Esa es la idea del just as many as. ¿Ok? Exactamente la misma cantidad que en un contexto de evaluación. ¿Ok? Lo expliqué aquí en español para que quede claro eso ahí. Muy bien, si no hay ninguna duda, let's continue with our listening. A home away from home. A home away from home. So, here we have, listen to Josh describe a capsule hotel. Check true or false for each statement. So number 1, Tokyo sometimes feels too noisy. That is false. Sometimes it feels too big. Remember that when you choose false, you have to say what is the correct statement, okay? So let's continue with number 2. Tell me, Santiago, a capsule hotel is not as convenient as a regular hotel. True or false?
True, teacher.
True, teacher. They no room space that true metro means be one only mother. Monster. Algo así en aquel.
Well, I know. But in this case, Santiago is false.
Yeah. It's true.
In this case, it's false because remember, it says here a capsule hotel is not as convenient as a regular hotel, and Josh said that a capsule hotel is as convenient as a regular hotel and is less expensive because at the end, it's a place to sleep. Okay, it's like well, we can make that comparison because I don't have the correct information. But for example, let's compare a resort, right, with a cabaña. Which is more expensive? ¿Cuál es más costoso? For sleeping purposes, cabaña is as good as a hotel. For sleeping purposes. Para dormir, ambas son buenas. Air conditioner, you have a nice bed. That is the idea. So in this case, the capsule hotel is as convenient as a regular hotel because the point is to sleep, and you will sleep in a comfy bed. Okay. Okay, number 3, Johnny. Inside every capsule, there is a TV, a radio, and an alarm clock.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. I don't know how they do that, but they have that in a capsule hotel. Okay, let's continue with number 4. Santiago, the capsule is a good option if you are busy and tired.
Farce.
That is also true, Santiago.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
Teacher. Teacher. O sea, tu opinión de él dice
It's a good option.
It's a good option if you are busy and tired. And then they say they are designed for people who need to place to rest.
Yes.
Who need to place to
We need a
rest.
place to
Something
rest.
like that.
Yes.
That's why.
That's why it's true.
Listen to true.
Habrá que escucharlo de nuevo y escucharlo de nuevo, ¿soy? So, as Joanny said, the capsule is a good option if you're busy and tired. Remember, the capsule is for people who wants to crash, who need a place to crash, to sleep. They're tired and they don't want to go to their homes because they live too far. Okay, and the last one, Josh, this is a tricky one. Let's see. Josh would recommend a capsule hotel to anyone. True or false?
False.
False. Why is false? Tell me, Johnny, why is false?
Because
he said that he would recommend the hotel to people who can relax in a small place, something like that.
Yes.
I don't know what
I don't know what I.
want.
That is the answer. That is the answer.
Yeah.
You did good.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Yes.
Teacher. A cultural hoster to people who can relax is more. It's more. Yeah. It's more.
Small.
A conference is
Small.
more. It's more. It's there you is enough.
Yes. Yes. That's right. He wouldn't recommend, as you both said, he wouldn't recommend the capsule hotel to people who cannot relax in small, cramped spaces. Okay? There's just isn't enough space. I mean, we're talking about a capsule. For example, maybe in my case, I'm used to sleeping in a big, spacious bed with enough space to move around and now I have to sleep in a cramped space with no place to move around, only a bed. So for some people, that could be, or that might be uncomfortable. So he wouldn't recommend that to people that feel uncomfortable with that. But in the case of, China, the Asians, they are so many in the city that I have seen some videos over the internet where they live. Some people live, and it's crazy. I mean, it's really, 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 really cramped. You only have a space for a small bed, if you could call that a bed, because it's just like a small thing between walls. I would have to share with you the video so you can get the idea, but it's just when you see it, you feel, just by seeing it, you feel claustrophobic. In my case, I mean, I couldn't live like that, but they used to that. They are used to that. Okay, so let's introduce our next grammar focus, make a wish. Make a wish. Okay, guys, so pay attention. This is really simple, but it has many rules. Okay, so make a wish, have a healthier lifestyle, start my own business, enjoy life more, add more hours to the day. Who wants to do that? Do volunteer work, go back to school, improve my personality, move to a new home, make new friends, spend more time with my family. All of those could be your wishes. Let's see how you structure a wish in English. So this conversation, I wish I could, we are going to read it in our next class. Okay, so this is the grammar focus. So let's explain this. Okay, we have wish and past tense. Okay, so we use wish plus past tense to talk about something in the present that we want to be different. Okay, we use wish plus past tense to talk about something in the present that we want to be different. Even though we use the past tense, the meaning is about now. Okay, this is important because every time you use wish in English, the structure is going to be in the past, even if you are wishing for something in the present. That is the tricky thing in English. Okay, so the structure for this is subject plus wish plus past tense. Example, real situation. I live with my parents. Let's say that is my situation at the moment. I live with my parents. I don't want to live with my parents. So my wish is, I wish I didn't live with my parents. So this is a real situation. This is a present situation. And I am wishing that I wouldn't live in this situation. So I need to use I wish plus past simple. Okay? The meaning is I live with them now, but I want this situation to be different. Another example, real situation, I don't have my own apartment. That's a bummer. I don't have my own apartment. My wish, this is my present situation that I don't have my own apartment. My wish is I wish I had my own apartment. I wish I had my own apartment. Meaning I want an apartment, but I don't have one. Okay? So this is the first structure, wish plus past tense. When you have a present situation that you want that situation to be different. Okay? We need to use wish and past tense. Okay, is that clear? Okay, let's continue. Could. This is different. We use wish plus could to talk about ability or possibility that we don't have now. For what? About an ability or possibility that we don't have now. The structure is subject plus wish plus could plus base verb. An example, real situation, I can't move out. Let's say I live with my parents, I can't move out. No puedo mudar. ¿Cuál sería el deseo? The wish. I wish I could move out. Meaning, I want the ability or the possibility to move out, but I can't right now. Okay? So we use could with wish when we want to talk about an ability or possibility that we don't have now. Okay? More examples. I wish I could speak English better. For example, this is an ability that I wish I could have to speak English better. So I need could. I wish I could travel more. That is a possibility in this case. The possibility to travel more frequently. So I need could. So in retrospective, we have wish plus past tense, a real situation in the present that I want to change. Okay, that I want this situation to be different. Wish plus could, an ability or possibility that I don't have now. But I wish I could have that possibility. Okay, number 3. As you can see, we use different structure depending on what we want to express. Okay, so wish plus where, verb to be. After wish, English usually uses where for all pronouns. Okay, I'm gonna make a parenthesis here in Spanish. Cuando ustedes recuerdan que cuando vimos el verbo to be, el pasado del verbo to be, vimos I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, they were. Si lo recuerdan, esa es la estructura del pasado del verbo to be. Ahora, ¿qué sucede? Cuando estamos hablando de posibilidad, cuando usted está deseando algo, usted está hablando de una posibilidad, ¿verdad? Eso no es un hecho, es un deseo que usted tiene. Lo vamos a ver aquí y lo van a ver más adelante cuando veamos los condicionales. El inglés, escuche bien, el inglés utiliza el where cuando se está hablando de una posibilidad en todos los pronombres. Es decir, tenemos que distinguir las oraciones de yo era y yo estaba. Eso no es una posibilidad, eso es un hecho. Yo era maestro, yo era un niño. Eso no está bajo discusión, eso es una realidad pasada. Ahora, cuando yo quiero decir que yo quisiera ser, entonces que estoy hablando de una posibilidad que no va a suceder, pero me hubiese gustado que, entonces el inglés, cuando tengo que utilizar el verbo to be, utiliza el were para todos. I were, you were, she were, it were, he were, we were, they were. ¿Sí? Esa es la excepción. No se usa para afirmar cosas, sino posibilidad. Cosas que no son, que te hubiesen gustado. Por ejemplo, cuando yo quiero decir, si yo fuera tú, tú nunca vas a ser yo. Pero si yo fuera tú, en inglés se diría, if I were you, if I were. ¿Sí lo vieron? If I were. Estamos viendo el pronombre I con el verbo to be, were. Solamente bajo esta condición de posibilidad se permite utilizar el were con todos los pronombres. ¿Se entendió eso ahí? Sí. Ok. Yo sé que puede ser un poco confuso si es primera vez que usted lo escucha, pero se va haciendo la idea desde ahora, ¿ok? Tenemos que distinguir entre el pasado del verbo to be, was y were, y los casos hipotéticos, cuando estamos hablando de cosas que nunca serán, pero si fuesen, entonces ahí entra el where. Como el ejemplo que le puse ahora, if I were you, si yo fuera tú. Sabemos que tú nunca vas a ser yo, ¿verdad? Entonces ahí viene el where, if I were you, ¿ok?
Como imaginación. Como imaginación.
Sí, situaciones hipotéticas. El inglés lo maneja de esa forma. Algunas personas, bueno, no voy a entrar en eso para no generar confusión. En algunas ocasiones que los americanos lo utilizan tal y como lo conocemos, pero bueno, vamos a quedarnos con la base y después ustedes podrán navegar entre las ambigüedades del idioma. Ok, vuelvo entonces, wish plus where. So after wish, English usually uses where for all pronouns. Even if the subject is I, he, she, it, we often say where. You see here often because some Americans don't follow these rules or this rule when they're speaking. Okay, so the structure is subject plus wish plus subject plus where. Example, real situation, life is difficult. You see here the verb to be, life is difficult. The wish, I wish it were easier. Okay? The situation, the real situation is that life is difficult. Wish, I wish it were easier. Okay? Meaning, life is difficult now, but I want it to be easier. Okay? More examples. I wish I were taller. Desearía ser más alto. Or she wishes she were rich. Again, she were. She wishes she were rich. Ella desearía ser rica. She wishes she were rich. This form is sometimes called the subjective. Okay, so we have the third form with the verb to be. And the last one, yes, the last one, wish plus would. So we use wish plus would when we want someone to change their behavior. What? When we want someone to change their behavior. Structure is subject wish plus subject plus would plus verb. Example. Real situations. My parents won't stop worrying about me. Okay? My parents won't stop worrying about me. This is a behavior, un comportamiento, ¿ok? Behavior es comportamiento. Utilizamos el would cuando queremos que alguien cambie su comportamiento. Change their behavior. Wish, I wish they would stop worrying about me. I wish they would stop worrying about me. Meaning, I want them to change their behavior. Okay? The problem is that they worry too much. My wish is that they would stop worrying about me. More examples. I wish it would stop raining. I wish it would listen to me. I wish you would listen to me. Important, we usually don't use would for ourselves. I wish I would be rich. This is incorrect. We use the verb to be in that case. I wish I were rich. Okay? When we're talking about behavior, we use would, right? For everyone, but not ourselves. When we are going to talk about ourselves, we have to use the verb to be. Okay, so summarizing, we use wish plus past tense. For a present situation we want to change. I wish I had a car. We use wish plus could for an ability we don't have. I wish I could travel. We use wish plus were, hypothetical state. I wish it were easier. Wish plus would, someone's behavior. I wish he would call. Okay, before we finish with the grammar focus and I leave you all the homework, let me show you something else. Okay, so here I'm going to explain this in Spanish because it's really important. Okay, voy a explicar esto rápidamente en español. Para que no haya ninguna confusión. Miren, ¿ustedes ven estas oraciones? ¿Cómo yo sé? Sería la pregunta. ¿Cómo yo sé cuándo voy a utilizar uno de esos. Bueno, tenemos las definiciones, pero en el libro van a encontrar ejercicios que necesitan tomar en cuenta lo siguiente que les voy a decir. Ya vimos las definiciones. Ahora bien, una guía rápida, muy útil es, si yo tengo una oración en presente simple, y aquí viene la importancia de saber reconocer siempre los tiempos verbales, como esta, I live with my parents. Esta oración está en presente simple. Yo sé que está en presente simple porque no tengo ningún auxiliar aquí. Ni nada, no tengo verbos en pasado, no hay auxiliares, es simplemente sujeto y verbo. Y el verbo no está en pasado, presente simple. Si me pusieran esta oración y me dijeran que convirtiera esta oración usando wish para hablar de que desearía algo diferente a lo que dice esta oración, ya yo sé que lo voy a hacer utilizando un verbo en pasado. Porque yo paso de el presente simple a pasado. Del presente simple a pasado. El presente simple normalmente habla de algo que está ocurriéndome en mi presente, ¿verdad? No que está ocurriendo en el momento, sino que forma parte de mi presente. Bueno, entonces ya yo sé que si tengo presente simple, paso del presente simple a crear mi oración con wish utilizando el pasado simple. Presente simple me lleva al pasado simple usando wish. Primero. Segundo, si tengo una oración que tiene can't, que es un verbo que habla de posibilidad, si yo quiero construir una oración usando wish y la oración principal está con can o can't, obligatoriamente voy a usar could. Voy a usar could, ¿ok? Entonces, si está en presente simple, yo sé que voy a trabajar la estructura del wish con el pasado. Si la oración tiene un verbo modal, que en este caso el verbo modal can o can't, yo sé que el wish lo voy a trabajar con el could. Como veremos más adelante, el could es un verbo modal que tiene muchos usos y uno de los usos que tiene es que lo podemos utilizar para hablar en pasado. Más de eso en lo adelante. Luego tenemos aquí una oración que está con el verbo to be, claramente ahí, ¿verdad? Life is difficult. Si yo veo una oración que tiene el verbo to be, ya yo sé que si me ponen a hacer una estructura con wish y la oración de la que voy a partir está utilizando el verbo to be, ya yo sé que voy a utilizar el where o el weren't, según corresponda, en mi estructura de wish. Presente simple, el wish será con pasado. Can't, la estructura de wish será con could. Verbo to be, la estructura de wish será con where para todos los pronombres. Y por último, si tengo una estructura con una oración que tiene una referencia de futuro, y aquí algo que no hemos visto, este won't, my parents won't, es la contracción de will not, que es el verbo modal de futuro. ¿Ok? El verbo modal de futuro, que aún no hemos visto a profundidad, pero que vimos un poquito de él hace unas semanas. Entonces, si vemos una oración que tiene will o won't, que es la contracción de will not, sabemos que la estructura de wish la vamos a trabajar con would. La estructura de wish la vamos a trabajar, de will la vamos a trabajar con, perdón. Si vemos una oración en want, la estructura de wish la vamos a trabajar con would. ¿Ok? Entonces, resumiendo, si usted ve una oración en presente simple, el wish lo trabajará con pasado simple. Si la ve con can't, el wish lo trabajará con could. Si la ve con el verbo to be, el wish lo trabajará con el verbo to be en pasado where. Y si la oración está con will o want, el wish lo trabajará con would. ¿Ok? Se lo expliqué de esa forma para que puedan entender esto que está aquí, que es la primera tarea. Aquí tienen todas estas oraciones y tienen que cambiar esas oraciones de aquí utilizando la estructura de deseos. Aquí nos dice, read these other comments that Dylan makes. Then rewrite the sentences using wish. Ok, nos dice aquí que more than one answer is possible. Ok. Entonces, aquí nos dice, my mother doesn't like my girlfriend. A mi madre no le gusta mi novia. My mother doesn't like my girlfriend. Esta oración está en presente simple, fácil. Tiene el doesn't. Desde que usted ve does y doesn't, sabemos que está en presente simple. Entonces, la estructura sería, I wish she liked my girlfriend. Habíamos visto que de presente simple va a pasado simple. Miren aquí cómo está el pasado simple. Otra cosa que deben de tomar en cuenta, ¿ok? Otra cosa que deben de tomar en cuenta. yo debo de identificar quién es el que está teniendo, el que está deseando. Miren aquí cómo tengo I wish she. Dice my mother doesn't like my girlfriend. ¿Quién es el que va a desear que su madre le cayese bien su novia? Pues en este caso Dylan. I wish. ¿Quién? Dylan. Entonces, luego del yo deseo, viene entonces el pronombre de la persona X, que podría ser yo mismo si fuese el caso, que no es ahora. Pero en este caso, yo deseo es que mi madre. Entonces, tengo que utilizar el pronombre para mi madre. Yo deseo que ella, quien mi madre, I wish she, my mother, liked my girlfriend. Yo desearía que a ella le cayera bien mi novia. ¿Sí? Entonces, siempre tenemos que tomar en cuenta quién está deseando. Ah, soy yo que deseo. Ah, bueno. ¿Qué deseas? Que ella, siempre después del wish para otro sujeto, yo deseo que él, yo deseo que ella, yo deseo que eso, yo deseo que nosotros. Después del wish siempre irá un sujeto. Ese sujeto va a depender de sobre quién está recayendo el deseo, ¿verdad? Otro ejemplo. My girlfriend is too short to be a model. Mi novia es demasiado pequeña para ser una modelo. Yo podría decir, I wish, si soy yo que lo desease, I wish she were taller. Yo desearía que ella fuera más grande. Pero también puede ser que a él no le importe eso y la que tenga el deseo de crecer o de ser más grande sea ella. She wishes she were taller. Ella desearía ser más alta. El deseo lo tiene ella y es sobre ella misma. She wishes. Último punto. Aquí podemos ver el wish y aquí vemos que tiene la ES. Bueno, estas oraciones, ¿verdad? Aquí cuando utilizamos el wish, independientemente de lo que suceda después del segundo pronombre, aquí en la primera parte están en presente simple. Lo que significa que en presencia de he, she y it, el verbo wish va a tener el ES. Por eso dice I wish y dice she wishes. Déjame yo borrar eso, no se confunda. Ok. Vuelvo y repito. La primera parte de la oración, I wish, you wish, she wishes, he wishes, it wishes, we wish, they wish. Esa primera parte, con la que se inician todos los wish, está en presente simple. Después viene el pronombre y después de ahí es que se aplica el cambio de tiempo verbal del que yo les hablé aquí detrás. ¿Ok? Fíjense que todos inician igual. Ojo con eso, ¿ok? Porque tú deseas y luego entonces lo que vas a desear. Lo que vas a desear va a estar estructurado dependiendo de si es una situación presente, de si es una habilidad que no tienes, de si es un estado o de si es algo que tú quisieras cambiar, un comportamiento. ¿Ok? Como siempre les digo, esto no es tan difícil tal vez como a primera impresión, prima facie, parece ser. Lo que pasa es que tiene muchos detalles a tomar en cuenta, ¿ok? Pero cuando ustedes lo vayan haciendo poco a poco, se van a dar cuenta que es sumamente fácil. Bien, ¿se entendió eso? ¿Alguna duda, alguna pregunta?
Bueno, yo entendí lo de wish. Wish.
Sí.
O sea, es fácil.
O sea,
Sí,
es fácil,
claro.
es fácil, teacher.
I wish has my own apartment.
Okay.
Oración,
Sí.
La oración,
o sea, lo del deseo.
Y la estructura principal. Obviamente, wish más pasado. Como ha.
Exacto. No, y la clase está ahí, la pueden volver a ver, además del video que le mandé. Entonces, let's continue, guys. So this is your first homework. This is your second homework. Here it says, which words or phrases often go with each verbs? Complete the chart. Here you have to choose which of these expression oftenly goes with one of these verbs. For example, be healthy. That normally goes together. Which other expression goes with be? With play. For example, play soccer, normally go together, easy peasy. Then we have this another exercise. Describe what these people would like to change. Use I wish and words or phrases in part A. Okay, so here we have to look at the image, at the pictures, and we have to identify what they are wishing. Okay, we look closely at the image, what they are wishing. Here we see this guy, obviously he's sick, so he wish he was he were healthier. In this case, we are going to use the personal pronoun I wish I were healthy. Okay, I wish, like if we were that person, como si fuéramos esa persona. Así que vamos a trabajar siempre con el I. I wish I were healthy. Okay. Evidentemente se podría hacer, yo podría decir he wishes he were healthy, ¿verdad? También. Okay, let's continue. Choose the correct responses. Here you have two options. You have to choose the correct one. Here you have rewrite these sentences. Find another way to say each sentence using the words given. Again, we just did something like this. So this should be pretty easy for you. Okay, and the last thing, we have this reading. The man with no money. The man with no money. Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 4 volunteers to read this. I need 4 volunteers to read this on Wednesday. Okay, so let's start with Santiago. Santiago, you have A and B because A is too short, to give that to a person. Okay, so Santiago has letter A and letter B. I need someone to read letter C. Who wants to read it? Let's go, guys. Okay, Joanny Frias, letter C. Thank you, Joanny. Kenya, letter D. Katie, letter E. So Santiago has letter A and letter B, the jackpot. Joanny Frias has letter C, Kenya has letter D, and Katie has letter E. Okay? So everyone has to read the article, you know how it goes, and then you have to answer this. Read the article, then circle the correct word or words. And the other one is match the sentences to the paragraphs they describe. Write the letter. So here we're going to write the number, in this case, the letter of the paragraph that is being described by the sentence. And that's it. Pretty easy, pretty short. Okay, guys, that will be all for tonight. This was a very productive class. Do you have any questions? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so if you don't have any questions, have a really good night, guys. I will send the pictures of the homework in a second. And we will see each other again on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Goodbye, good night.
Thank you, teacher. Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Thank you, teacher. Bye-bye. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Teacher.
Teacher.
Bye. Tell me, Katie.
Please send the
names of the people who are going to read, which are going to read.
You win the what? Could you repeat, please, Katie? I didn't hear you.
Please send the name
of people who are going to read next class.
You mean the list? I will see. And let me see if I can remember all those names. I will try.
Exactly. Thank you, teacher.
Exactly. Thank you, teacher. Have a good night.